Sullivan. I'm a former IRS agent and teaching instructor with the Internal Revenue Service. Welcome to my YouTube station. It's the home of the 5-minute or less video. Today I'm going to talk to you about the IRS Trust Fund Appeal and what you need to know. As a former IRS agent, I worked over 10,000 cases between now and when I started. That's 50 years ago. I am an expert in all IRS matters. Recording to resolution. I have a whole team of former IRS agents on staff. I suggest you check my YouTube station out at 777irs.com. I have been many national news broadcasts. You can see me there. But my team is the most important thing really on my website. I do these videos to give you the information you want, give you secret information about IRS so you don't have to dig it up, and many times you can make an informative and educational decision on what you need to do. If you haven't paid back payroll taxes from to the Internal Revenue Service, IRS has a kind of a punitive punishing penalty called the 6672 penalty, or the trust fund tax. I like to call it kind of more a transference penalty of what that is. So what IRS has determined, if you owe back payroll taxes and you didn't pay the debt, IRS has to find a way to collect the money they held in trust, the company held in trust. What did the company held in trust for 941 taxes? They held in trust basically the withholding in 1/2 of the Social Security. That money was taken out and held in trust by somebody, and that money didn't get paid over to IRS. So what does a revenue officer do working the case like me? You have to go in and make a determination who's responsible. So who in fact is responsible? What does all that in fact look like? Well, you come in like me and do an investigation. Who signed the checks? Who signed the corporate resolutions? Who signed any contracts with the company? Who really is in control? IRS has a form. They use the 4180 form. Matter of fact, I better write the 4180 down, because that is a very important video for me to do, to understand that that video can lock you up and people are going to say you were responsible. And when you go in and take these interviews and you take 4 of them for a company, say, well, who's responsible? They usually go like that. You don't know who's responsible. So the facts shape the case, the paper facts. Who signed the checks, corporate resolutions, and so forth. It doesn't take much to drill down on that. Many times IRS casts a much wider net than they need to on this, a much wider net than they need to, and they hold people who shouldn't be responsible. They actually hold them responsible for this tax. I know the ins and outs. I would be one of the ones who could defend you, because I know what IRS looks for, what they do, and many times we become very successful because we understand IRS did not set up and hold the right people responsible. So anyway, if this has happened to you and you feel that they are setting you up and they've sent you a form 2751 or 1153 letter, usually both, or you know the revenue officer is going to set you up for that penalty, you really need to get representation unless you feel strong enough to go for it. From there, you're going to have to file an appeal, and from there, you can go to United States Tax Court if you want to go ahead and defend yourself. So we are probably, since we've set this many penalties up, we know all the defenses. Now everyone now can get off. If you're the sole person responsible for everything, there's no one to blame. So you have to have some solid reasons. We help you shape those affidavits, and we do your best tax defense to go ahead and win the trust fund appeal cases. Anyway, we're here. We'll give you a free consultation. Happy to look over your case. Give me a subscription if you would. You know why I need them, because YouTube says I need them. If YouTube says I need them, I need them. Thank you so much for listening. Appreciate the subscription. Leave me a comment, questions, and I'm happy to represent you. Thank you.